that United States Air Force BMW, so he gets an automatic advancement. He'll be going against Odie Bakshi. So let's lay out and listen to this weapon of mass destruction. United States Air Force BMW, baby. Branden Sorensen. So here we go. Odie Bakshi will lead. Branden Sorensen will give chase. That field suspension. GT radial, Enos Oil S15. There he goes, flapping the hood, but slapping the wall. Keeps it just barely nicking that. Really well done there by Odie Bakshi. But Branden Sorensen, he's tucked in. We've seen a lot of smoke, and that's a good indication that, you know, ideally, rain stay away. Everybody say a prayer here, and brings it around. Great lead run by Odie Bakshi, especially just, all right, Branden Sorensen, United States Air Force, BMW, he's on those NK wheels. Here we go. Initiating into that first outside zone. Looks like Odie dives in. He gets really aggressive on that line, but he's trying to set himself up there. See that? You saw him just transition, and that got him right to where he needed to be. Branden Sorensen really deep in that third outside zone. Out to the touch and go goes both the drivers, and look at Odie Bakshi. Wow. And that's what I'm talking about. That anticipation.
Yeah, didn't have that much data. I mean, as soon as he launched, it was pretty quick. So I just have to make my adjustments to be like 80% to 90% right away, and trying to chase in as clean as possible with the distance that I have. I didn't want to cut any corners trying to gain proximity. I just trying to chase what he was doing that with the proximity that it has, which I believe played better than trying to cut it down. Learning from mistakes before, but he was great. He was awesome.
Well, Jonathan, thank you so much. We'll see you in top 16. Jared.
Thank you so much, Lorette. And Branden Sorensen with a bye run. Thank you, Jonathan Castro. Good luck to you. Castro's going against Simon Olsen, and he's got some time to work on the car. But B. Sorensen. Okay, that one looked like it was on purpose. The initial one, I don't think it was on purpose. Been driving a lot, you know, lives out in Vegas. He's been drifting a lot. You know, his sister Amanda, she's all over the place, extreme E, karting, off-road, doing a bunch of things. But, you know, Branden's been really fixated on drifting there. Seeing a little sparks fly up there as Odie Bakshi's past that inside clip, now ripping up the hill. Odie Bakshi's into that first outside zone. But look at this. We're seeing a great battle here from Odie Bakshi. Odie Bakshi's, look at Branden's composure. Looked like he was going to go into him as Odie maybe checked up, but Branden Sorensen dialed. Whoa, buddy. Talk about that composure, that contact. Chase, again, currently third in points. Let's see what Branden Sorensen, see, he's got some ground to make up. All right, Branden Sorensen go to lead, coming down the hill into that first inner clip. Let's see how Odie Bakshi's, there it is, Branden Sorensen, good initiation from him, passing inside, the massive angle there from Sorensen, now coming up the hill into outer zone one. Sorensen ripping and gripping, coming into that second outside zone. Now into that second clip where we just saw that damage there. Branden hammering down, can barely hear yourself think. And Sorensen, I said he had to make it up, and he heard me, man. Look at that. Past that inside clip, that final clip. But take into consideration that, let's just, is, you know, was it an incomplete? So, this is what we need on the judges. We good.
All right, action on the track, Jared.
Thank you so much, Lorette. Oh, Branden, oh, Robert Thorne. Oh, just as we come back, Thorne gets wild in the streets, or wild on track. Oh, that back left debeated. Oh, no. Branden Sorensen out front. He's got the clean air. Thorne tries to stay in it, but that back left, and oh, boy. He's going to dial it back maybe a little bit. You don't need to go to 11. Let's see a good 8.5 chase run. He should lock it in, but Thorne, expect a big initiation from Thorne. He throws it in. The thing fights back, but he's locked and loaded. The traditional racer gone drifting. The Smedegard Racing Prospect champion jumping over to pro, and looks like he's doing a good job. Sorensen, he's keeping good composure. Like I said, this is about what I anticipated, an 8.5 from the United States Air Force. Driven experience, BMW, Thorne to his door. Brings it across. Literal's been on one lately. Let's see if he can continue on. As Branden Sorensen gets to the wall, and he is right there. Ryan Literal, kind of on the nose of it, needs to come down. Now Branden Sorensen past that second inside clip and into that second outside zone. Literal supplying the pressure. And now into that second sweeping turn. Tighten it up, don't leave it in the judge's hands.
Yeah, Literal's going to need a very smooth run to this place.
Here we go, Literal out front. It seemed like maybe he's got that clean air. He throws it high and tight like a fastball pitch. Branden Sorensen, he's giving it back to him. Literal works his way up top, hangs it on the wall. Sorensen now pushing Literal around the track. As Literal, both these guys taking out the inside clips. Literal gets into the crease. Branden Sorensen, oh, we got a tire fire. We got a back left tire fire. Ryan Literal brings it around.
That's a good one.
All right, pull it off track. Pull it off track. Ryan Literal. He's out. For, again, blue, you'll see green, yellow, and obviously red is D-cell. So Branden Sorensen's lights aren't working, but we will not hold him back as Odie Bakshis initiates Branden Sorensen. Now look at that, he's pushing Odie Bakshis around the track. Look at this killer crossover. It could bite you or it could favor you, and it favors Branden Sorensen. Great execution, allows Odie Bakshis to cross over in front of him, and then drives back into the smoke pocket. Great job there by Branden. Looks like we are good to go. Branden Sorensen, Odie Bakshis. Who's going to the 4? Who's going against Connor Shanahan? Sorensen initiates. Odie Bakshis chasing him down. Sorensen, big angle from him. Now coming down the bank into the crossover. Odie Bakshis looks like he transitions. He drops into formation. Odie Bakshis possessed. Right there. Gives it right back to him. Banging door. And look at that. Something to prove. Odie Bakshis that are deserving of seeing them one more time. Here we go. Odie Bakshis, field suspension, S13, tip to tail, simultaneous initiation, big angle from Odie Bakshis. Look at Branden did this last time. He kind of just dropped in, brought it up. So a little bit later, but then he sticks it to the door. Branden Sorensen center punches that second inside clip, diving in, great proximity, banging on his door once, twice, 3 times the lady. We're good. Yep. All right, here we go. The second half of this battle, and nobody was checking contact 4, maybe 5 times, but nobody asked or requested a courtesy card check. But they continue on here. Branden Sorensen out front. Odie Bakshis. Oh, Odie Bakshis dives in against the wow. How he salvaged that, but it looks like he doesn't salvage it as he goes and loses that front bumper. Odie getting loosey-goosey here.
Yeah, another one. Wow.
Yep.
I want to say Texas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, here we go. And Shanahan, obviously FD rookie, but no rookie of drifting. Here we go. Sorensen across the nose of Shanahan. He drops into formation. Look at that, the E36 chasing him down. The Red Bull Garageistic BMW prepped by Roman, his team. Transition now into that second inside clip, wrapping it around the magician Shanahan. Woo! Right there on the door. Sorensen pushing him around. He's used to right-hand drive, but it seems to be working out there, Connor. So here we go. The E36 of the Irish driver, Shanahan. Sorensen chasing him down. Shanahan on the bank. All of Ireland is watching. Oh, and Sorensen giving it back. He's right there. He can smell his tires. Right there. Transition now in the killer crossover. Shanahan around that second inside clip. Sorensen backing down. But Shanahan almost finds the crease. Sorensen bathing in the smoke. Round of applause for 2. He's like, by the way, Shanahan's in. It was a last minute strike of midnight. I'm coming. And everybody was stoked to hear that he's coming over the pond. Here we go. Sorensen out front. Shanahan. And he applies the pressure once again. Sorensen high on the bank. Shanahan. He noses in that front left nostril of that BMW E36. Now transition in. Boom. Right there into formation. Into the smoke pocket. Goes Shanahan. Sorensen. Look at that minimal steering feed on the wheel. And wow. Shanahan, who he doesn't know what his track record looks like, and now here he is going against arguably one of the best in the world. Here we go, Sorensen initiates, he bangs the back end to back end. Do a little butt tap, car on car, beamer on beamer. Shanahan comes down into the power rally. You can see Sans that front bumper. Oh, Sorensen looked like a left or a right headlight bashing into that last outside sweeper and across the finish line.
There's a funny story with that.
Does Mike know about this? All right, well, here we go. Branden Sorensen, Mike Power. Here we go. Branden Sorensen out front, United States Air Force, BMW, the Type S S13. There's Branden Sorensen. remember, he was in the ear of Amanda Sorensen last night, so he's seen how it can be done by his sister in Prospect. Mike Power, he's feeling the power of the babe. There we go, in past that front clip, the 919. Branden Sorensen, I mean, just set it and forget it, man. This kid is on it. The NK wheels go round, and the United States Air Force flying high. So I expect some big moves from him. A lot of confidence in the Sorensen camp right now. Here we go, Branden Sorensen out front, that United States Air Force BMW, big initiation from him. Didn't go as deep as I anticipated, allowing that comp camps Corvette. Oh, and Branden, again, this is, you know, for the move. So here we go, Branden Sorensen in that Air Force BMW, allowing Taylor Hull to have great proximity. I don't think Taylor Hull's fully reaping the awards or rewarding, you know, himself on that. Like,
yeah.
Go, drive your expectation, fill that cup. Let's go. Put on a show. Taylor Hull, full pole comp cams Corvette, initiates into that first outside zone. Looks like he does fill it. Branden Sorensen, he's in tow and has the proximity. Now you can see him trying to dig that wheel into his door, mimicking it. There you go. Looks like he throws it sideways, does mimic that angle very well, has to back off. Now in that transition, now in that final outside zone, a lot more refined from both the drivers in lead and chase. BMW, and then you can see Kazuya Taguchi in that up garage. Jerry Yang Racing ISR Performance 86, and Branden Sorensen, he backs it in. You can see that trunk lid being popped open. That caused Kazuya Taguchi go shallow in on the inside. Branden just slingshots away from him in the outside zone 3. And then yeets his way on into outside zone 4. Kazuya Taguchi just not finding that sweet spot. You can see just a little bit glitchy, choppy, still kind of buffering, maybe seeing a little bit of a blue screen kind of on brand right now. Just maybe not because he's doing off-road racing as well. Here we go. But right now, all eyes are on Kazuya Taguchi out front, that up garage ISR Performance. Jerry Yang Racing 86. Branden mimics him, and oh boy.
Oh,
all right, and I'll tell you, Kazuya, I think this is a perfect storm. We'll take a look at it, because Kazuya might have been too aggressive on initiation, and Branden was right there as well as Frederick Osbo watching on. Osbo lose, obviously. He's not a champion every year, so he had to be taken out. Branden Sorensen would love to rain on his parade. Here we go, Frederick Osbo initiating into that first. You know, Freddie did have a win earlier this year in Atlanta. Now transitioning in outside zone 2. Branden Sorensen, little wavering there into outside zone 2, but getting it more down outside zone 3. The Rockstar energy drink, Toyota GR Super now coming, bringing it on home, and the wheels and tires go round across the finish line. So again, Branden wasn't too aggressive. I think that was a good interview at the top of the show. He's cheering on. He's got a big support group in the United States Air Force, but you know, Norway, small but loud country, full of Vikings, cheering him on. Talking about Frederick Osbo. Branden Sorensen now transitioning into that second outside zone. Look at this, Frederick Osbo, shallow on outside zone 2. Definitely want to get the overhead, but there goes Freddie. He heard me. Now he drops into formation. Branden Sorensen. He was going to loop it. He was going to loop it. Contact was made. And your opportunity to advance on. Here we go. Branden Sorensen out front, and Diego Higa in the chase position. Branden Sorensen, the United States Air Force BMW. Locked and loaded, great angle from him. Diego, you can see gaining that proximity, like say compromising, you know, the angle, but the proximity is really tight by Diego Higa into the outside zone 3. Branden is filling all of it. Diego surges forward, having a difficult time there getting back into that pocket outside zone 3, but Branden out front, little contact there, blowing that front bumper off. Saw him just dive in on Sorensen. Look at the cockpit, absolutely filled with smoke. Orange competition timeout. So here's the second half of this battle. Diego Higa will be out front. Branden Sorensen chasing him down. Brazilian Star initiates. Diego Higa, Street Hunters, missing that front bumper. Oh, look at Branden. I'm telling you, man, Branden, he is, talk about these young up-and-coming drivers. Look at Higa pulling tire. Branden Sorensen comes out of that smoke. He does come up shallow, but Higa's put the car in all the right places. Oh, buddy. Oh my gosh, look at Massage. He blows out that back bumper, exploding the fenders. Odie Bakshis, give it chase. And here comes Branden with the BMW, initiating it across the nose. Odie with that straight line approach. Branden Sorensen, oh, he's shaking it up. Look at that, bang, bang. He is just backing that thing up into the wall. He just absolutely just formed that thing into a different mold. Big angle there. He is bringing it right now. Sorensen, Odie right there. Jacob's got a smile on his face right now. Just watch it. Odie comes up shallow on that last outside zone. Odie Bakshis out front.
So
Branden Sorensen in the chase position. Anticipated, look at that. And again, a lot more settled. So this is refined Odie, right? You know, it seemed that, you know, little slow. Looks like obviously one tire goes off. 3 is incomplete. That throws Branden Sorensen off of that outside zone 3. Now approaching that last and final outside zone, tighten it up. And Branden right there, the crowd erupts. They're loving it. Smiles on faces. Overall, he's just surrounding himself with
almost like
a lot of driving, a lot of drifting. So watch this. I think the young buck is gonna definitely throw down. But Odie Bakshis, as you said, arguably one of the best chasers. Looks like he's banging on his door a little bit, grinding it in. Now coming down into the power outlet. Let's see, they handle us. Now remember, Odie did exceed that line in outside zone 2 in the lead position. So he definitely needs to rise to the occasion. And that final outside zone just ripping through. And here we are seeing that of Sorensen and Kenshiro Gushi. Branden Sorensen, United States Air Force BMW, Kenshiro Gushi, that Greddy Motties GR86. Branden Sorensen does exceed. You see him hitting that cone there. Again, that'll be a small deduction for him, exceeding that race line on the outside zone, going to outside zone 2. Good posture, good composure from both the drivers. Look at, both the cars very settled. Minimal corrections, if at all. Ken Gushi, Branden he dips a tire, but Ken Gushi overcooks the outside zone 3. Get an update from Lorette Nichols. She says that there was a loose front suspension component on Ryan Litterall's car. There's a vibration in the front of the car, so he wanted to remedy that. Here we go. Now we got Kenshiro Gushi out front of that first outside zone right there. And, you got to think, Branden Sorensen, this is where, basically, yes, he's a young driver, but maybe a little bit mature for his age, and he shows that composure. He doesn't need to do anything crazy because Kenshiro Gushi does have that incomplete. This is the right tempered approach that Branden needs to take in order to get the win. And he still says, hey, I'm here. So unfortunately for Kenshiro Gushi, and here we are, the OG original Gushi. Looks like, and then actually going into that second out from 1st to 2. Here we go. This is Jeff Jones going into that first outside zone, and he draws a good line there, filling all of it. That allows Branden Sorensen to just get to the side of him. And as you said, looks like a little straight line approach, but both of them mimicking the angle. Branden Sorensen, he's just a magnet to that big drift energy. Evil Nissan 370Z. Oh, buddy, we're dropping some tire, getting a little out of shape. Everywhere Jeff is going, even into the dirt, Branden is going.
Yeah, that was a really, really nice chase.
The bacon hitter gets. Branden Sorensen out front, Jeff Jones in that chase position. Let's see what we got here from Sorensen. Initiates, good angle from, that looked like 2 tires off that front right, almost overcooks it. And look at Jeff Jones, slingshots up there. Gets a few car lengths on. Branden dipping tires again. This is very unlike what we've seen, the trending Branden Sorensen. Oh man, he drops a tire again. He is all over the track. The juice is loose for Branden Sorensen. Loosey-goosey Branden Sorensen. Sister Amanda Sorensen, the first ever female to podium in Formula Drift. And their brother, 13-year-old Cam Sorensen, just got his license from the Colorado Pro-Am sanction body. Here we go. Branden Sorensen initiating the car, very settled. Look at that. That's what, the Burketts were talking about. Wrong side, center punches, just fighting the car. You could see it. So unfortunate for Dan Burkett because Sorensen is just, and this is another, look at that. He's knocking him around, but it's gonna be too late. Right now, again, like I said, witness me. He's got the chrome, he's shiny in chrome. He's got it. Let's see if we can witness him going, advancing on past Branden Sorensen. He's gonna need to put down a really good run, and just right out of the gate, you see again that left foot brake tapping, so the stopping. Branden Sorensen, look at the hands, very calm, very steady. That looks like a video game right there. Judson Smash chasing him down, and I don't think that's gonna be enough because Branden set it and forget it. Well done in that United States Air Force 2-1-2 performance, BMW. It looked decent out front, but just too many mistakes in that chase run from Rad Industries, Rad Dan Burkett.
Right, so here we go.
Love the guy.
We are seeing Frederick Osbo lead that Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota GR Supra Nitto tires,
Then the Air Force BMW, Branden Sorensen. Looks like Freddie going across the nose of Branden Sorensen. Maybe has to back off a little bit. Frederick Osbo, good posture there with that vehicle. Past that transition point into that second outside zone. There goes Freddie. Branden, he looks like he's even a little bit deeper. You can see him have to, again, straighten out, come out of that outside zone. But Freddie, just very smooth out front. A good run by Frederick Osbo.
My best lights are on.
In our Royal Purple Top 16, Royal Purple, the synthetic experts, the official engine oil of Formula Drift. Branden Sorensen initiates into the bank. Saw him just go straight line right into it. Nothing crazy, and that allows Frederick Osbo sitting right there in the pocket. Transition right on that first hash mark. Ooh, look at Freddie. Well done by Freddie. I mean, that was perfectly timed. But look at Branden. Amazing lead run. Solid lead run by Branden Sorensen. Freddie looked like almost tapped. I think he might have tapped the wall.
Jeez. That was
That was sick. It was so